Everyone, it's Trish. I am starting my first tag video. I've seen many of them out there. I haven't yet participated in any of them other than I would say the how I do it all. I wasn't tagged per se, but I just like to share those. I sometimes just get ideas and feelings, and I feel like a calling in some sort of ways to do videos. Sometimes just a little bit off the cuff. So I'm tagging anyone out there who watches this or who sees it and then tags somebody else and just have it going on and on. A lot of the purpose of Brecken and our channel is to be uplifting and to be supportive. So the name of this tag is going to be called Perfectly Imperfect. And I was thinking about this the other day. I get several magazines that come to my house. The one the other day was Women's Health, which is a great magazine, and I was looking at the cover of it, and it always has, you know, these perfectly, beautifully airbrushed women, and on the inside as well, and with these great workout tips and what I eat and all those type of things. And I think that they give great ideas, and it's much like YouTube. I watch a lot of videos on, you know, cleaning routines, and so it's like how to make your house look perfect, and the perfect winged eyeliner, the perfect natural foundation, and I love those videos and I am consumed by many of them. I also think it's important though for everyone out there to know that we are all perfectly imperfect. And having a daughter now, I think more about that. I don't ever want her to grow up thinking that her imperfections don't make her perfect. So I'm going to start the tag by, I'm going to tag Brecken, first of all. And I just want people to share their imperfections. I think with age too, you start to see some of those imperfections in a way that makes them perfect for who you are, and I'll explain a little bit more about that. So I don't want to say that these are things that have plagued me throughout my life. I've always feel like I've been a pretty confident person, but we all have our moments of days when we don't feel as confident, or years in our lives where we didn't feel as confident. And so I want to share some of those things that were I don't know how to explain, and negatives maybe at one point, or I saw them that way, or other people saw them as negatives within me, and now how much I love those things about me. So first I'm going to start with my height. I am 5 foot tall, 5'0", 60 inches, and I was a gymnast at a very high level, and that was an amazing thing for me. I also played volleyball in high school, which you wouldn't normally, on a varsity, which you wouldn't normally think somebody of that height would be able to do that. So I never really let that be a disadvantage of me. However, of course, I'm never going to have 4 feet long legs. I'm never going to look that way. And now, especially that I've gotten a little bit older, I'm perfectly fine with that. I think it's I don't even, you know, how can height be an imperfection, but I'm just saying sometimes we compare ourselves to those people who are seen as beautiful because, oh, they have such long legs or what have you. Another imperfection that I actually had an opportunity to change in my life and did not. And there were times, I think after that, and I'll explain in just a minute, that I kind of wish that I would have. And then most of the time, 90% of the time, I'm so glad I didn't. And I'm going to share that. I don't think I've worn my hair up in a video really. This is my birthmark. It kind of looks like a paw print. It actually showed up when I was about 3 months old, and I wear my hair up a ton, so I don't try to cover it up. I don't put makeup on it. I never have. When I was 16, I actually had heart surgery, and at the time my surgeon told me, hey, if you would like, we're going to have you out, obviously, and under anesthesia. If you would like, we could have somebody come in and laser that off for you if you're interested. And I didn't even hesitate to say, nah. I don't, you know, and of course, when you have something like that, especially on your neck, I would always get the stares at the mall, and I would get the points and the whispers, and I'm sure some people would look at it and maybe think that was gross or unattractive. You know, it's bumpy, but it is just so me. And I can't remember a specific time, but I think that there were some times when I would kind of think, well, no guy's really going to be attracted to me with that. Now, I had a boyfriend in high school for, gosh, 3.5 years, and obviously it didn't bother him. And I had tons of friends and other guys who thought that I was attractive and things like that. But there were still times after that, maybe even after college, that I would say, should I have had that removed? And then I kind of thought, would I be removing it for me? Or would I be removing it for other people so that they would see me differently? And I know surgery and any of those type of things, whether it's an enhancement or a tummy tuck or liposuction or any of those type of things, in some ways, I guess you are doing it for other people so that maybe even the confidence that they see in you will be different. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But I would say that would be a 10% of the time that I wish I would have had it removed. Because as I said, I think I would have been doing it for other people so that they didn't point and stare or they didn't wonder about it, because it doesn't bother me in the least. And I've had several students say, God gave you a tattoo. And I agree. So, which is interesting because actually my school mascot is a bobcat. So go figure, right? Let's see. So I have that. Oh, I have, in case you've never noticed in the videos, I have a ginormous forehead. And I spent a lot of my youth wearing bangs because I thought I needed to camouflage it. And now it's kind of another one of those things that's just so inherently and so perfectly me. I don't wear bangs anymore. I haven't for a long, 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 long time. Actually, when my husband and I got married, I did have bangs and I had super blonde hair. So, I look markedly different than that, but and he was the one actually that was like, your forehead's not that big. And yeah, it is, but it's very sweet of him to not really, he doesn't look at it like that. So, and that's kind of another interpretation as to how you see things and how other people see things. So I have that. Other imperfections that I think I have, and it can just be something like I got a couple moles here, I don't have the fullest of lips, I don't have this, I don't have that. I mean, you could go on and on and on physically. I wish I had a smaller bottom, a bigger chest, a smaller chest. You could go on and on and on. But I think when you get into your mid-30s, kind of where I'm at, that you start to just really appreciate your body for all of the things that it does do for you, especially as far as taking care of kids or carrying children, when you're pregnant and things like that. You just really come to say, wow, my body is a really important and amazing thing. And I do try to take care of myself, so that's important. It's a little bit more difficult when you're pregnant. And I think especially after this last child that I'll really be in a place to want to, whip it into shape much more than I have been in the past. So those are just some of my imperfections. I'm trying to think if there's, I know you guys are like, I thought you were going to tell me like 10 things. But, just to go back to, I had heart surgery. I guess that makes me perfectly imperfect. It was not a genetic thing. So it's nothing that, or any kind of risk that I'm passing on to my children in any way, but it was something that needed to be done. And I've been perfectly healthy since then with no issues. So I'm tagging you out there, legitimate things, not, but I guess it is to you. I don't want to demean and say, I don't want to hear about your itty bitty tiny bump on your nose. But if that's something that you have now found makes you perfectly imperfect, then imperfectly perfect? I can't even remember what I'm trying to say about this. Perfectly imperfect, yes. Then do share that. And I just want the young people out there who are watching, or to even be able to show this to your children, like my daughter as she gets older, that we are all perfectly imperfect in some sort of way. So love those things about you. Love your giant forehead, love your birthmarks, love your height, love your weight. If you're at a healthy place, then that's all that really matters, and it's what makes you perfectly imperfect. So I tag anyone who's watching this, Brecken, you're next. And until next time, take care.